to the 24th annual Garden State Film Festival Filmmaker Host Interviews. My name is Mike Cassidy. I will be your host this evening. The Garden State Film Festival is celebrating its 24th year. It's going to be from March 26th to the 29th in Asbury Park and Cranford, over 9 venues and 200 films from various different countries. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing the director behind the 12-inch Pianist, Lucas Dansel. Lucas, how's it going? Thanks for taking the time to speak with me.
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing all right. I want to jump right in. What was the inspiration for this film, The 12-Inch Pianist? Was it just that dad joke that's been around for hundreds of years, or what made you want to take this as a project?
I had heard the dad joke in middle school, whatever. And I hope most people have heard it, because that's not the crux of the movie. But it was actually a short story that this hilarious writer, Simon Rich, wrote up, and it was in the New Yorker. And I was doing all this research for my next film, and I knew I wanted it to take place in a dive bar and base it off of bars that I grew up going to in New York. And so I stumbled upon it, and I was lucky enough to get the rights from him and then adapt it and change it. But yeah, it started from him.
Right. I gotcha. How did you go about deciding how you wanted to animate this film?
Yeah, it's kind of just like every tool in my toolkit for this one. It's stop motion, but it's on green screen. And then I take all the characters that I've animated frame by frame, and I put them into a CGI environment in this 3D program called Blender. And then they're in there as kind of like postcards. And then the final kind of image is captured in Blender with the 3D camera, the fake camera in that program. And it allows you to build out the set in a way where you don't have to think about what walls are, take apartable, and how to get this huge camera inside of this tiny space like you usually have to do in stop motion. So it frees you up a lot. But then the opposite side of that is that you have a lot of work compositing, and every shot is a VFX shot.
I thought it looked amazing. I really did enjoy watching it. And I was wondering, what do you want to tell the audience watching this interview? What happens, and how it's straight or is inspired by, if they're not familiar with the short story that you read and took it from, what would they expect without giving away the really great parts, I guess?
Yeah, well, I hope. I would doubt that many people are familiar with the short story, but the joke I hope people are familiar with, about the guy who walks into a bar. There's a miniature man playing piano, really, really small, and he asks the bartender where he came from. Bartender tells him there's a genie in the men's room granting wishes. He goes, there is a genie. He asks, in the version that I grew up with, for $1 million, and he gets $1 million ducks. He's like, what the hell? And he goes back to the bartender, and bartender's standing there, and the guy says, I think your genie's got a hearing problem. I asked for $1 and I got ducks. And the bartender says, you're telling me you think I wish for a 12-inch Pianist? And that's supposed to fall really flat and not be funny, because it's such a stupid penis joke. But in the version, the man is altruistic. And so that sets up kind of a strange difference between the two men, one of them asking for a penis and one of them asking to end all wars, is how mine goes. But yeah, and then it's just kind of the aftermath of the joke. And that's the first 30 seconds of the 7-minute film.
It was a bit more emotional than I thought it would be when I was watching it. I wasn't expecting some of those moments, and I'm really excited for people to get to experience those moments at the festival in the next few months. You were mentioning that you have other films and projects that you have worked on and everything. Are you currently a student? I know we spoke briefly before that you're in the city. Are you still in school? Are you in any programs? What's an average day like for you?
This was my thesis film at college. I went to Rhode Island School of Design, and this was my final project for them. So this is like my student film. And now that I'm out, now that I'm free, I've just been doing freelance stuff, working on music videos, commercials, doing a lot of stop motion and 3D animation stuff still, but trying to kind of just go more into the realm of just directing in general, because it's always kind of been just a means to an end to tell a story. So I love live action, I love CGI, I love stop motion. But yeah, just doing freelance stuff right now. And I'm working on a new short film as we speak. It just got greenlit a few days ago. So that's what my thoughts are on.
That's awesome. Congrats. Is there anywhere, so you say you don't have it stuff out yet that we could check out anywhere like in your portfolio yet?
Well, I do. I have past films. It's on my website, which is just lucasansel.com.
Gotcha. Okay.
On my Instagram, there's some other work out there.
Awesome. So what's the dream job that you want? You say you're kind of freelance doing whatever, stop motion, 3D, still live action. What's the main thing you would love to work on specifically? And if you have a project in mind that you really want to market right now and see get off on, I know you just got one, but what else do you got there too?
Yeah, so this is kind of a similar style stop motion mixed with CGI, digital kind of 3D stuff. But I've been writing this script that's predominantly live action, and kind of has some maybe stop motion mixed into it in a Jason and the Argonauts old school Ray Harryhausen kind of way. But that's a feature that I've been writing for a bit, and it takes place in Italy, and it's about witches, and that's a long way out, but hopefully after this I can really lock in on that. And I think the dream job in the end is to just be a film director and bounce between big movies and cool commercials, do some kind of Spike Jonze career, Michelle Gondry, hopping back and forth, and that'd be good.
What made you want to submit to the Garden State Film Festival? Why did you pick us as one of the stops?
I had been recommended by somebody who I don't remember, and you guys, you've been around for a while and you're close. I'm in New York. That's exciting. And you just got a good track record, and so I'd imagine that I'd be among good company and other talented filmmakers, and I'm excited to go and meet people and do some networking and show off my movie.
Definitely a good spot. We're very happy to have you. So thank you for submitting and everything. And those are all compliments for people not me that made this such a great festival for everyone. Do you have any other dad jokes that you want to turn into films?
Well, if Simon Rich, the guy that wrote the original short film, permits, he has some of the funniest short stories. I would love to, just for the rest of my life, adapt his short stories into short films or an anthology TV show if someone wants to pick that up. But he's so brilliant. He's the funniest writer. There's one that he has that's like a retelling of the Emperor's New Clothes fairy tale, where the emperor thinks that he's got the finest suit makers in all the land, and he's so snobby and they tell him that only brilliant minds can see or only idiots can't see this fabric or something, and then basically they get him to go out naked and he thinks that he's wearing clothes, whatever, that fairy tale. But he has an incredible retelling of it that just had me, I've never cried laughing from reading like I have with his stuff. He's just got books and books full of incredible ideas. So maybe steal some more of his stuff.
I don't think I know about. I thought you were gonna say The Emperor's New Groove, and I was like, interesting, retelling that story. That'd probably be pretty fun.
No, fun.
That's great. Yeah, we're all gonna definitely have to check him out then too. So you went to Rhode Island School of Design, you said?
Yeah.
What was that like? What made you want to choose going to that school specifically to pursue your passion?
Well, they have an incredible animation department there. And what drew me to it originally was that both my parents went there. They met there. They're both
Nice.
really talented artists. My dad was in industrial design and my mom was in painting. So neither of them were in film then, but then out of school, they worked on sets, building props for TV shows and movies and commercials. And so I grew up around that. And I think just like the crafty nature of it, that it's all kind of a magic trick. And an illusion and the sleight of hand of it all got me into filmmaking. And then, yeah, when it came time to choose a school, I mean, it's an incredible school and it's hard to get into, but I was excited about that school because they had such high praise. And then going there, I think honestly, out of everything, the most kind of important takeaway was the people that I was surrounded by. My co-students were so incredible and so talented and in so many different disciplines. And I was just constantly inspired by my peers, I think was the biggest takeaway from going to school. And I had some incredible teachers, but.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Do you ever get to work with your family on projects?
Yeah, my mom built all the puppets for the 12-inch Pianist. My mom and I made them together. She, yeah, like I said, she was in painting at school, but she is just like I mean, both of them are just very talented artists and creative people all around. But yeah, my mom and I built the puppets. I say my mom and I. She did 98% of it. She sculpted all of the heads. I think there was 12 different characters, which is a lot. And then, all of we ordered a bunch of like vintage Ken doll clothing, and her and I, which I'm saying that again generously, including myself, she then like tailored all of their outfits to the shitty wire armatures that I made. And then, yeah. And then I animated it with the help of a friend from school that I met in the animation program. So he helped out as well. My friend Eli Turner.
Great team you guys assembled there, for sure.
Yeah.
So in the next 10 years, when you're at the Oscars accepting your award for Best Feature, who are you going to thank first?
I think it's got to be the parents as a duo. I'm not going to just pick one or the other. But yeah, no, they've both been so incredibly helpful and just supportive of my journey. So that's been amazing. I haven't had to, do it alone in spite of my parents. They've been extremely supportive and helpful every step of the way. But yeah, my brother is also always helping. I have an older brother. It's definitely, family of creative minds.
That sounds awesome. Really. Making stuff with your family and the people you love and friends, that I don't think there's probably anything better than that. But we are unfortunately coming to the end of our time together. To wrap everything up, I would like to ask you, will you be attending the film festival this year in person?
Yes, I will. Be there, be square. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. I'm very excited to meet everybody and talk more movies.
We're all excited to see you too. We can't wait. The 12-inch Pianist, I'm going to make sure I'm watching that because I want to see how the audience reacts and everything. I'm excited for it. But yes, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about your film with me. We are looking forward to seeing you at the festival. And once again, that is the 12-inch Pianist by Lucas Ansel. It is playing Saturday, March 26, 2026 in block CT40 from 5:45 p.m. to 7:20 p.m. Lucas, thank you so much. It was a great time talking with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in March.
Awesome. Thank you.
You got it. Have a good one.
You too.